What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Crucial Keez. Welcome back. As you can see from this title, we're gonna explain expression chords. So this is what I call them. I don't know if you guys, it's basically placement, but I call them expression chords. And this video right here, I'm gonna let you know right now, it's only for the real musicians that want to learn, that want to know, that want to be great at what they do. So if that's you, keep watching. I promise you're gonna learn something today. All right, so let's get right to it. Expression chords, you could also call it expression chords, you can call it phrase chords, you can call it emotion chords. Now I know you're probably saying, why are you calling it that? Because I look at playing, and a lot of people ask me, what are you thinking about when you're playing? What's your mindset, your thought process? I'm gonna tell you guys that today. My thought process when I'm playing is, when I'm playing something that's repetitive, what can I do to change the expression or the emotion of what I'm playing? All right. So if I'm playing the same chord over and over again, or if I'm playing the same progression over and over again, I'm going to find a way to express it differently, but still keep the same chord. So I'm gonna show you guys all that today. I'm gonna explain it. You guys been saying, hey, what's your approach, what's your thinking, what's all that stuff? I'm about to give it to you. You want to know what goes in my head when I'm playing? I'm gonna give it to you guys today. So the first thing is, we're gonna pick a song, simple song. Let's go to our go-to song, How Great Is Our God. For you guys who are not gospel musicians, this song is really easy. You're going from the 1 to the 6 to the 4 to the 5 and then to the 1. Yep. So 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. All right. We're gonna be going several keys. We're not just gonna stick to one key in this video. So I hope y'all ready. So let's get into this. Now, expression chords and progressions. Now, if we playing How Great Is Our God, we're gonna start in D flat major. So now, remember what I said. Playing. I don't know if I said it already. Playing is just like talking. So if I'm talking to you and I say, "Hey, you look good today," and you look at me and you say, "Oh, it came off." The energy that came off of me that went on to you was, you meant that. But if I say, yeah, you look good today. Now, if I do that, the energy that's coming off of me is, you don't really mean that. But I said the same thing. Or if I say, yeah, everything's going good. Everything's going good. The sincerity is going from me to you. But if I say, yeah, everything's good, like, are you sincere? Are you being sarcastic right now? That's the way I approach music, with different expressions in my phrasing. So it could be the same thing. I said the same words, but I used a different expression. So if I said, what did you say? You'd be like, blah, 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 blah. But if I said, what did you say? You'd be like, I said. But if I said, what did you say? Those are three different expressions for the same phrase. That's how I approach playing. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example. How great is our God? This is the regular standard phrase. This is me just having a regular conversation. No, not too much emotion. Just a laid back conversation. Now, let's see the chords we played. How great. D flat major is our God, singing me how great. B flat minor is our God, oh sing how great. G flat major, how great. A flat major is our God. Back to the one. Okay, so those are our standard conversation chords. Okay, nothing extra, no more, nothing less. But if I say how great, if I say this, how great is our God, that's like me saying, hey, how are you? Versus, hey, how are you? You get what I'm saying? There's a different emotion behind, different expression behind the phrase. Same phrase, different expression. All right? So, and different message that I'm trying to send. So, instead of, it's just, yeah, it's good, but yeah, but how great. Or if you go, how great. That's like bright, you happy, you got energy, you just excited. But then you can go dark with it. So, and then while at the same time, you still have to know your scale. You have to know the chords in the scale. So we in D flat. That's our scale. You have to know all this stuff before you can even get to the expression chords, emotion chords, all that stuff. So let's go deeper. Hope you guys are understanding all this. If I'm not, just, Anyway, so you got how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, sing how. Now I put that G minor chord in there. Now, you say, what does that mean? For me, when I'm playing, to me, is obviously approaching the 4, but it's like a variable, like another variable that's in the conversation. Like when you say stuff like, like that. So if I'm saying, how great is our God, sing with me, how great is our God, all will sing how great is our God. So all I did was add basically a or extra while I'm talking, or I added one of those, I guess, pauses. That's like a pause too. So if I say, how great is our God, sing with me, how great is our God, pause, always sing how great. So if I'm talking to you and you say, and I say, you know what? That's the pause. That's the chord. I know y'all are saying like, what? What is he talking? This is how I think about music. This is how I approach music. I think of music as a conversation. What are you trying to say to me? What are you really trying to tell me? That's how I approach music. So, and the energy that's coming off of me, and my intent that's coming off while I'm playing will mesh with your energy, your spirit, and you will decide whether you like it or not based on what your spirit tells you. If I'm playing and something in you is like, just like you're having a conversation, somebody having a conversation, you don't agree with it, you're like, nah, man, I don't know about that one. But it's the same thing with music. I'm playing, you have to make a decision whether you like it or not. You have to. It's impossible. So I'm playing, you're sitting there receiving it. I'm having a conversation with you through music, and you sitting there like, do I like this? How do I feel about this? And my intent, my emotion is, energy is going to you, and it's meshing with yours, and it meshes together, and you decide whether you like it or not. That's how I think about music. And I always do that because I want to adapt to whatever environment I'm in. If I'm in a jazzy environment, if I'm in a churchy environment, worship environment, I always adapt, and I make my intention to adapt to that environment. That's how I approach playing. So I'm going to go deeper. This is just the beginning. So if we playing How Great Is Our God, now mind you, for you guys who are beginners, you guys need to learn your scales. You need to know your scales inside and out. You need to know, now if we're in D flat, we need to know the keys that's not in the D flat major scale. So that's D, E, G, A, B. You need to know those too, so you could put those pauses in there, all right, in your conversation when you're playing. So if you say, well, how do I do that? You gotta know that first before you can do anything. So if I do this, great is our God, sing me how great is our God, I'll sing how great is our God. See what I'm saying? D is not in the D flat major scale. Okay? So I'll sing how great is our God. That was another pause. Alright? So now that's expression when you're playing progressions. Now somebody said, well, what about the chords? So when I played the G minor chord in D flat major, so I did how great is our God, sing with me how great is our God, oh sing how great. When I did that, that's an expression. I'm trying to tell you something in a certain way. Okay? So G minor in the D flat major scale means more than G minor and B flat major. So you say, why? Well, why does it mean more? Because G minor is the sixth. I was about to do this. The sixth. G minor is the sixth of the B flat major scale. So if I'm in the B flat major scale and I just do, so how great, sing with me how great, like you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's normal. But this means more in D flat because it's not in the scale. B flat major scale, 6. So that's G minor. So if I go back to D flat major and I do now you see, same chord, but I put it in a different conversation. I put the chord in an emotional conversation that it wasn't supposed to be in. All right. So you say, well, can you go deeper than that? Yes, you can. So, same key, D flat major. I'm going to do the same chord, but this time I'm going to express the chord, the G minor chord. So, now you see how I approached the G minor? So if that was a conversation, that would have been like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting you to say that. And the way you said it, the way you approach saying it, whoa, like that's one of those conversations, those deep conversations you'll have with somebody, and you'll be like, whoa, like the way you approached it. So you see what I'm saying? That's how I think about music. Approaching whatever chord or progression you're trying to get to. So if I'm talking, I'm not going to continue to, the type of person I am, I'm not going to talk to you the same way every time. What I mean by that is I may say the same thing, but I'm going to say it a different way. So if I say, that can mean one thing. If I say, that can mean one thing. If I say, that can mean another thing. And my energy, whatever my intent behind that is, will come off to you. You can almost discern what I'm trying to say. Like literally, everybody has the gift of discernment. Everybody. Now, we say, what is discernment? Discernment means you can literally feel the energy off somebody. Now somebody say, oh, I never heard it like that. Discernment, all discernment is if you're standing next to somebody and they're not talking, you can literally feel if something is wrong. Everybody has that, that. Everybody has had that happen to them before in life. You may not have known that that's what that was, but you can discern. You perceive. That's another word. You can perceive what somebody's intent is. You say, well, something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. Like this just does not feel right, dude. Ain't nobody said nothing to you. You just feel it. That's your perception. That I try to adapt to what's going on out there. So if it's a jazzy environment, then my intention is to play jazzy. So I'm like all that stuff. Stuff like that. But my intent behind it is being pushed out into the audience, and they literally can discern my intention, whether they know it or not. So, chords, same way. If I'm playing, now that chord is like, when I play this chord, especially if you've been playing for a long time and you can know what the chord is about to sound like before you get to it, it's so much you can do. This chord is one of those chords you'd be like, like I just feel warm and fuzzy and happy. But if I was to do something like, let's see, like, whoa, you took a risk, you went out there. But this chord, that chord makes you be like, yeah, okay, I'm comfortable with that. All right, yeah. Like you talking to somebody, yeah, that's what's up. but conversation and the conversation goes this way, you'd be like, that's pretty deep, man. That's risky right there, man. But the normal chord, you're just like, oh, that's safe. Safe. Now, we talked about the G minor chord. Where else can we put that where it means more? Instead of, we know that G minor is the 6 of B flat major, so we will not go to that key. It means more when it's not the 6. Okay, so we already did it in D flat major. What other key can we do that in where it means more? It makes more of an expression, or it makes more of an impact when it's played. Let's go to D. All right. So we're in D major. D major. All right. So let's see. So if you playing, now we could go to it right there. So, oh, sing hallelujah. Now you see, there it is. Now, if I did that in B flat major, you wouldn't even look twice. You wouldn't even, you know how when somebody talking to you and they say something, you just like, yeah, but what? And you do that double look. That's that. Cause you expect them to go to the major. You don't expect them to. She did what? She did what? That's how you would be in a conversation. Like, if music and speech was parallel, which I believe it is, you can literally get the same emotion out of both. And one of them is literally talking, and the other one is playing music. You can get the same emotion out of them. So when I say, man, she pulled her wig off and burnt it with some gasoline. What? That's the same thing you'll be if like, whoa, what? That's how I approach music. That's how I think about it. What kind of reaction am I going to get from this? Now, a lot of times when I'm playing by myself, I don't think like that. I just play. What can I do different? So that's how you get to this level. Playing by yourself, what can I do different? When you hear yourself play, you be like, whoa. Like, when I first played this, when I first played it, I was like, whoa. But at the same time, it was like this feeling like, you know, it's like, just relax, just calm down, everything's gonna be all right. That's that conversation. But it started with me playing by myself. Then when I played it in front of people, they were like, it was like one of those pleasant surprises. Like, you're surprised, but at the same time, it's real pleasant. It makes you calm. So, like, I'm surprised my son came home before midnight. It's a surprise, but it's also a pleasant surprise because you don't want your kid being out all night long. So, that's how I look at that. So, I know you guys saying, you really think about all this? I really do when I'm playing. A lot of times when I'm playing, I don't even be remembering that there's people out there. I know that the environment that I'm in is conducive to jazz, churchy. That's what I think about. Once I get that locked in, I'm gone. As my wife. My wife would tell you, I'm not here when I'm playing. Especially when I'm in it, when I'm feeling what I'm playing. If you're not feeling what you're playing, you can't do that. But when you feel what you're playing, you're not here. Like, you're not here. You're gone. So, this is how you express music, just like in speech. If I'm looking at you and this is why I always tell you guys that's the men musicians out there, you trying to impress a young lady, I always tell you to play certain things is because the intent and the chords behind what you're playing is going to get that person's attention. Promise you. Now, if you do something like this, like, this is you having a conversation with that girl right here. It's getting better. So, I know this video is different from all my other videos, but I really want you guys to understand music is deeper than, just playing some chords. It's way deeper than that. You're literally having a conversation with people. And they will respond to you. When those people come up to you and say, you did a great job. Hey, that sounded good. Whatever you played spoke to them to the point where they had to come and tell you, you know what? That was awesome. That was great. Because your intent behind what you were playing meshed with their spirit, and hopefully your intent was good, because intent is very important in music. So if your intent was genuine, then that is going to come off when you're playing. Whatever your intent is, whatever the emotion behind your playing is, it's going to reach the people, whether they want it to or not. So you literally have power to control the emotions of the people that you're playing in front of. You say, that's not true. Well, if it's not true, why when we hear, I don't listen to these people, but why when you hear Jay-Z song, Beyonce song come on, you lose your mind? Or a Michael Jackson song come on and you lose your mind? Because their intent, when they made that song, they was playing, their intent was to make you lose your mind when this song popped on. That was their intent. So you can't tell me music don't got no control over me like that. It does if you let it. And it depends on what type of music you're listening to. So just like when I listen to Art Tatum or Chick Corea, certain things that they do, they know what they're doing. They like, I play this on purpose so you could be like, what? And when they do it, I'll be like, what? So I want you guys to really think about that. Think about the expression. Because if I play D flat major, that's an expression. 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 That's an expression of the same chord. The same chord. But you got several different expressions. And you can say, oh, that's just the melody, the melodic expression. But for me, I hope this helps you guys out. For me, it's easier to look at it like that. Expression. Just like on an organ, you have an expression pedal. That is not a volume pedal. On your right foot, that's an expression pedal. Why is it called an expression pedal? Because whatever chord you playing, you can express it a different way with that pedal. You can express it to a point where when you're going to church and the expression pedal is all the way pushed back. But when you doing, certain things, preaching chords, when you doing like jazzy type stuff on the organ, you're working that expression pedal. It's not just pushed all the way back, but you're working that pedal. So you have to literally, well, you don't have to, but I do. I think like that all the time. So this video is long. I had to get this video out, and I really hope you guys appreciate this, because it's a lot of musicians out there that really want to understand music to the point where, they can create their own music. They can, play the way they want to play, not play like somebody else. I don't want you guys to play like me. I mean, if you do, I appreciate it, but I don't want you guys to play like me or sound like me. I want you guys to sound like you. So the only way you can get to that level is to understand it, and then you can develop your own sound, your own expressions. Your phrasing can be different from everybody's. That's what I pride myself on. My phrasing is not like everybody else's, and my mindset, my thinking, the way I approach music is not like everybody else's. Now, we listen to other people, and we get ideas and chords from other people, but one chord can sound totally different with different musicians. You can get me, you can get Corey Henry, you can get a whole bunch of musicians and line them up and say, play a D flat major chord, and I guarantee you we all can make it sound different, but still have that root at the bottom. We can make it sound different, whether it's one note, two notes, whatever. But I'm telling you guys, music is so powerful to where you can make people change their minds when you play music. And if you say that's not true, then you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helped you out. Make sure you guys key in on that like button. Please make sure you guys key in on that like button. Make sure you subscribe today to join the Keez team. And let me know if you guys want me to do a live stream. I've been thinking about that. And I can just play. You guys can say, play this, play that, if I know the song. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know every song in the world. I don't. But if you guys want me to play, live stream, click the like button if you want me to do a live stream. I never did it before. I would love to do it, but I'm only going to do it if you guys want it. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. Love y'all. Peace. Keep playing. Keep practicing. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough. You can do all things. All right? Peace.